Listen to the vibes.
The views and opinions of our guests may not necessarily reflect those of the host or the Vibes Broadcast Network. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Listen to the Vibes, and I'm very privileged to have Mr. Jordan Dunning here with me, and we're going to talk about health and fitness today. So, Jordan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Jordan. My podcast is Fitness Keys. I'm age of 25, just turned 25 a couple months ago. Also, I am a entrepreneur, certified personal trainer for about a year. Typically just a regular old guy, just, trying to find a way pretty much.
I hear you. When you do your health and fitness, is it strictly for like those people that are able to get in the gym, or are you able to help folks, say like me, who are disabled and can't really do a lot of strenuous exercise?
Typically, right, I mainly go based on like their fitness goals. So like typically they want to build muscle strength. I do help with weight loss as well, but my strength is more like muscle and strength when it comes to helping, clients get, the fitness goals that they want. But pretty much just anybody that's just, that wants to achieve their goal and wants to just go ahead and go through with it and everything, have to just come up with a program for them and get started with that and see if we could work together. But yeah.
I know the majority of the people that are watching this or they're listening to this, that they're going to be able to do more physical stuff. And
yeah,
like for me, I have a disease in my spine, and it makes my bones deteriorate.
okay.
And I want to stay fit, but there's only so much I could do because I can't really lift things, that kind of deal. So would you be able to help me?
Yeah, that's a good question, because typically with restrictions, it depends. Like, I like if I were to ask somebody before like taking them on as a client, I would try to know like if they have any medical conditions or any restrictions, like you said. And if it's like really, really like severe, like something that can be really, you gotta be really careful with, I try my best, but but like with stuff like dealing with that is kind of like, is got to try to find the best way possible to still be able to help out,
And with all the pandemic and everything that we've gone through, were you able to do any of this online?
So yeah, that's a good question. With the pandemic and everything, yeah, the pandemic was it was tough, like no contact and everything. Mainly, everybody's mainly online and stuff like that. So even with like a lot of gyms, a lot of gyms closed down. A lot of people weren't, doing contact training like that as much. So mainly it was just like best like you could do is like at home training, like during that period until like the gym started to open back up. People were more comfortable getting in contact with other people.
Yeah, I can imagine it was probably difficult for you during all that time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Glad it's getting better now.
Where'd you go to school at?
Like for college, you mean? Like, so pretty much to get certified, I got like an online certification. So like through the International Sports Science Association, that's like ISSA. So I did like an online certification program where I did months of studying, took the exam, and then once you pass, you get certified pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's going to be someone out there who goes, well, he's kind of young, but
yeah, that's true. That's true.
That you know how it is nowadays. He's young, so how is he qualified to do this? What kind of sets you apart from everybody else?
Well, age really is not a factor. There's a lot of trainers that are my age, in their 40s, 30s, even 60s, 70s. It's mainly, about the experience and just, just having, connections with people, building relationships, and just kind of like being able to just, deal with different types of people. That's mainly what it is. It's more customer service, dealing with people, and just being able to accommodate like their needs. So that's kind of what like kind of separates me from other people, is just because like if something needs to get done or something just needs to like, you know, a special accommodation, I'll try my best to accommodate that. So like some people are just like, oh no, you know, that's too hard or that's not my field. I can't really touch that. That's just not for me. But, you know, for other people, you know, everybody has their differences and everybody has their different things that need accommodated. So just try to accommodate that as best as you can, you know.
Is this part of your entrepreneurship, your customer service and how you
Yeah.
deal with people?
Yeah. I'm like in sales too. So I'm a sales representative for a
Oh,
company. So like that's kind of what I'm like into is sales and just like customer service. So and that kind of ties into personal training as well. So
oh, nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I love when I get someone who's into entrepreneurship and has built a pretty good business. Because there's someone that's going to be watching this, listening to this, as I said before, that they're going to be interested in that kind of thing as well. What kind of advice do you have for that entrepreneur?
So my advice, honestly, with entrepreneurship is I feel like the best way to get your foot through the door is just to build credibility in a sense. Like you might have to start off with just networking, meeting people, and
Oh
then
yeah.
just building relationships. And then I feel like also you have to like provide value first with people, understanding that it takes you might have to do something for free to try to like get your name out there, at least be able to get that type of like review about yourself or see if this person actually knows what he's doing. And then, you know, somebody will be able to trust you and to do business with you.
Oh yeah, there's a guy that wanted to work with me, and I know this is not related. Has more to do with helping with like the search engine optimization and stuff.
Yeah,
And I'm like, if I'm going to pay you, I need to know what kind of work you're doing. And
exactly.
he couldn't provide me with references, was not willing to really work with me because I'm like, you show me what you can do, and if I like your work, then I'll hire you.
Right.
It didn't want to do that. He was like,
Yeah,
no, you need to pay me something first. I'm like, no, I need to see what you can do for me.
exactly. Yep, exactly.
It's
You got to build that trust. You got to build that trust. Like you, because people are not going to buy from you if they don't trust you. If they don't feel like you actually, like you, because anybody can say that, you know, I can do this for you, I can do that for you. But if you don't have the results to back it up, is someone going to really trust you to do business with you? 9 times out of 10, nah, it's not going to happen.
exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
but what's your ultimate goal with what you're doing?
My ultimate goal with what I'm doing is I feel like just trying to follow a purpose, more of just purpose of changing lives, trying to help people, you know, and then, you know, get people to the goals that they want, you know, like, cause I know like that journey, like when they're on their journey, trying to achieve their fitness goals and everything, that's something that they, you know, they really look forward to doing it. They just need help, need a push, and you just need somebody to be there for them, hold them accountable and all that stuff. So that's kind of why I'm doing it, just kind of just getting them what they want, pretty much.
Like, are you just wanting to work with like the regular person out there, or are you wanting to reach for the stars and maybe work with athletes and
Oh
movie
yeah, for sure.
stars?
Absolutely. Yeah. Gradually get up there for sure. But that's over time. The more, you know, I build my review, you know, credibility and stuff like that, and just word of mouth and everything. But yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And what's your biggest achievement so far?
My biggest achievement so far with training, just being able to help. I helped with one guy who, you know, he might have been like 120 pounds, and then like training with him, I gave him like a workout program that helped him, you know, get more like he was on a caloric surplus, so he was like eating more calories, you know, weight training at least, you know, 3 to 5 times a week, building that muscle and strength, being consistent with it, and I helped him get to his weight goal of at least like 10-15 pounds more, you know, but it just took him eating more calories, eating more, and being in the gym consistently, following the program.
You have any before and after pictures?
Before and after pictures,
Mhm.
yeah, I have them on my phone. Yeah,
You might have to send them to me so I can put them up there and maybe in the thumbnail or something so people can see what they look like.
Okay, cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. So, besides that, would you like to get into maybe being in the movies and things?
Oh, movies, like acting?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Honestly, that was one of the things I was looking forward to as well, like acting, like one day, like getting into that. But I would say over time, like once I get like a little bit older. But yeah, like just trying to find that time to put towards that, trying to, because that does take a lot of dedication, a lot of focus into that as well, like trying to find that time.
Maybe you could play the next superhero or action movie star.
Yeah. I never really thought too much, looked into it, but that does sound pretty cool. It sounds interesting, yeah.
Oh, but when you get famous, you got to come back and find me so I can interview you.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Don't forget us little people.
I got you, pal, no doubt.
Well, there's kind of this movement that, and I don't understand. I'm trying to word this correctly, but I see people that are extremely overweight and they're not in the best shape in the world. And then when they come out and they say, well, so and so said you need to lose some weight and you be more fit, but that's fat phobic. Do you see that kind of stuff going on?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. It honestly, with that, I feel like it's best to just kind of just go at your own pace. Go
Yeah,
at your own.
but I mean, how can saying, get into shape, you don't have to be, have that six pack and all that going on, but at
Right.
least be in better shape,
Yeah.
or at least keep your weight down. I, I mean, when I lost weight, I used to be 240 pounds. Now I'm about between 100 and 185.
Okay.
And, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw my health change so dramatically when I started losing the weight.
Right.
How can somebody say that it's okay for you to be morbidly obese?
It's not okay. Honestly,
Thank you.
it's not. It's definitely not okay. For sure. Absolutely. I definitely don't feel like that's okay at all. Honestly, man, that's just with accepting yourself, accepting, your weight and everything, and then just understanding that even if when you want to change it, you want to, put yourself in a position to be able to change it. Obviously, it just takes its time, and just understanding that like for what it is at this point.
Yeah. Well, I waited so long before I started taking care of myself, and I
Right.
didn't know that I lived with diabetes as long as I did until
Uh-huh.
it led up to me having a heart attack and a stroke.
Oh
Um,
man.
it contributed to that disease that I have in my spine. I got it from being diabetic for so long.
Wow.
So that's why I try to stress. I mean, yeah, accept yourself and, be happy with yourself, but keep in mind, being overweight,
Yeah, health is
maybe,
number one priority. Absolutely. Health,
yeah,
yeah, your health is number one priority.
yeah. Well, I, I hate to see this movement happening because I think it's going to lead to a lot of people getting those diseases like
Yeah.
diabetes and
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Now, do you have people that come to you strictly just for, taking care of things like diabetes?
Actually, no. Actually, I haven't.
Really?
I actually have not.
But I'm assuming that you'd love to work with people like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll try to do my best to try to help them the best way I can. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what led you to this path that you've taken?
What led me to this path that I've taken? Just honestly, like even ever since I was younger, I've always been athletic. Always, liked just training, being active, physically active. I'm gonna be honest, like just me as a person, I just always didn't like to be just sitting around chilling all day. I like to kind of be outside playing sports or just doing something, just moving around, just doing something. And then I, even in school, you know, like we would have like gym PE class and different events, stuff like that. And I would do pretty well, you know, like physical activities and stuff like that. And I kind of just always enjoyed to be physically active, you know, just, you know, and doing things with my friends, activities, stuff like that. So I just kind of just transitioned that into like fitness, into working out. And one of the guys back in high school kind of told me about, you know, just working out, going to the gym. The guy was in pretty good shape. Then I started training with him. He taught me some things. And then, you know, after we kind of like weren't, you know, kind of drifted apart, I kind of just started doing it on my own. And then, you know, working on myself more, you know, trying to get my weight more up, you know, eating more, you know, get into the weight I wanted, get into be more, you know, muscular defined, building strength and everything. And I just started enjoying the process, enjoying going to the gym. And that's when it kind of led to me to trying to train other people, because I learned a lot. I taught myself a lot. I know a lot of other people may not know this, so I wanted to teach them as well and get them on a path where they can achieve their fitness goals as well.
Does that make you a little unpopular at the parties and stuff? Because like, hey, he's
Honestly,
too much in shape.
Honestly, no. You would think so, but no, actually. Yeah.
I can just hear it now. Here comes Jordan again. He's gonna tell us we need to get in shape.
No, actually, I don't do that. Yeah, I know what type of person I know what the type of thing you're talking about. Like that person is just always in your ear. Oh, you need to get in shape. You need to start. No. I'm not that type of person at all. I'm more like that once we actually start training together, and I'm working with you as a client, not just me going out with my friends or out with people. Like, hey, put that cupcake down. Don't eat that. You know, you got to be staying on your diet. Yeah, no, I'm not that type of person.
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
might be that one person that wants to stay away because he thinks you're going to be that way.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you have chosen that path, because there's people out there that really, really need the help. Do you have a website for that?
Website, yes, I do. JD, 2TOO fit FIT dot ISSA certifiedtrainer.com. So it has like the like the welcome website, everything, you know, overview, program, all that stuff on the website, my social media, my phone number, all that stuff on there.
So people can find you either on the website or your social media. Okay,
social media,
gotcha.
DM me, ask me any questions, message me, stuff like that. Yeah.
So how does one get started, to get to that path of being in shape?
So how to get started with actually getting in shape? Honestly, the first thing is just finding out what your goal is. First, you got to find out what is your goal, like why do you want to do this, right? And then you have to create like a step-by-step plan to get towards that goal, right? Because but that's not even the biggest thing. I feel like the number one thing is like your mindset. Like you have to have that mindset of you wanting to get this done, you wanting to achieve this goal, because it comes down to you being consistent and you being disciplined, right? Mm-hmm. You know, you have to, stick with it, because there are going to be days where you're not going to feel like training. Mm-hmm. And then, you may fall off. And then once you fall off, you kind of have to go back to square one. But it's like you want to continue to just keep going, even when you don't feel like training, still train anyway. And then, stick with the program. And that's how you eventually get to your fitness goals, right? Yeah. And that's just understanding what you want and figuring out what to do to get it, pretty much.
And you're not going to make them go to the doctor and get a physical first, or is that something you kind of encourage?
Well, if I were looking to sign on somebody as a client, like to work with them, I would definitely ask if they have any medical conditions. And if it's like a severe like medical condition, then I would suggest them to seek a doctor physician to get cleared before actually doing a workout program with me. You know what I mean? Just for, safety reasons and everything, so on and so forth. But yeah,
Yeah.
depending on what the medical condition is, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want any liabilities falling back on
Absolutely
you.
right. Absolutely.
And
Yeah, yeah.
you help them with the diet and everything, huh?
Yeah. Diet, workouts, program, yeah,
Mm.
nutrition.
And so do you have any advice? Say somebody's going to say, well, I can't afford to go to the gym and I don't have all these weights and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. Do you have programs for folks who are along that line?
Yeah, because there are a lot of people that do say that they really they can't afford a membership right now, or they don't have weights in their possession, stuff that you can do from home, but like I said, like to get in shape, you can literally work out anywhere. It doesn't have to be at a gym. It can be at your house. It can be at a park. It can be you just going walking outside. You can literally there's so many different ways to work out and still get good, results by just being consistent with it, But I do have like a specific program depending, to accommodate what they're actually looking for and what they need. Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you folks think about that when you decided this is what you wanted to do?
Um, what they thought is, well, of course you're gonna have some people that are like if somebody have never seen it happen done before, sometimes they don't really believe that you can do it until you start getting the results and you start actually doing it for yourself, right? But majority of the people said, yeah, like that's a really dope path. I can, you're in really good shape. You've been working out for years and everything, and you're really smart. You know a lot about it. So if you can help other people, get their fitness goals that they want, then that's a good thing. You'll be doing a good service to people. So they do encourage it for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and you said you have a podcast that you do this too?
Yeah. So I do have a podcast called Fitness Keys. It's on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, all the platforms. I distribute it through all the platforms, majority for podcasting. I do upload episodes every single week, and pretty much what I talk about on there, it's everything fitness related. Even for people out there that even wants to look into becoming a personal trainer, I give an episode or a couple out there to help them get started being a personal trainer as well. So typically my episodes are just giving out fitness tips, health tips. If you're looking to build muscle, you're looking to lose weight, or you just want to be motivated to stick with the fitness and everything, that's all on the podcast.
Are you on YouTube as well?
Not on YouTube, just on. I'm just an audio podcast, so I'm on Anchor. That's my main my hosting site. But yeah,
Yeah, I like those because they launch you all over the place and it makes it so
right.
convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you considered having a YouTube channel?
I was looking into it. That might be something that might be good as well, because I know a lot of people nowadays in this era are more visual. So a lot of people like to see the visual podcast more. And I've noticed even on YouTube a lot of those visual podcasts get a lot of attention, a lot of views, and a lot of support and everything as well. So that's definitely something to be considering then, for sure.
Yeah, especially the health and fitness, yoga, all that stuff, and
Yeah, for
they
sure.
get a lot of good attention. That's some other revenue there for you.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. Absolutely.
Uh, so if you hadn't decided to do this, what else did you want to do?
If it wasn't for this, honestly, I'm the type of person that likes to do. I do mainly focus on this, but I do multiple things as well.
Mhm.
I do feel like it's always good to have something on the side or like a backup, for anything that may happen in life. But typically, I would just say it would be. Let me see. That's a good question, actually. Mainly I went into acting. Acting was something I was going to try to get into, it's well, like where I'm at currently right now in the state, you know, it's really hard to break in through acting out here. Probably be something I would have to move to another state to really pursue and really get that push, like LA or Atlanta or something, or New York or something like that. But you know, acting was one of the other things, and I would say other than that, yeah, just entrepreneurship in general, like sales, like a sales rep. Yeah.
So, all right, maybe opening your own gym.
Oh, that's something in the future as well, or like my own fitness app. I was thinking about that as well.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Because technology is not going nowhere. I know everybody is on the phone all the time, so uh, even my mom, she I heard that she even uses a mobile fitness app to do her exercise and workouts from home. So if she's doing it, I know there's so many other people doing it as well. So I know it's popular right now.
Yeah, you need to say, Mom, you're only supposed to be listening to me.
Right.
Maybe you can get into that. Oh no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, yeah, she just likes that it's convenient. It's just more convenient, I guess, for her, like her specific, you know.
Well, and I don't know that much about it, but what about that Peloton stuff?
Peloton, I know a little bit about that. I'm not a huge expert into it. I haven't really dived real deep into it, but that's really good as well.
Don't they have instructors on that as well? Or
I believe so. Yeah, I think they do. I believe so.
oh, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Why not? Maybe.
Yeah. There's also fitness trainers. They got those like those DVD cassettes where they they do like the fitness training classes and stuff like that. That's pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shoot, man, with what you do, you could have a TV show, you could have videos out there.
It's a big industry. Yeah. Fitness and health is a big industry. It's a lot that you can do in that industry. Yeah, for sure.
Well, there are a lot of people out there that want to get into shape. They want to be in a better health, and
Yep.
they want to be that athlete or maybe get into television. And your industry is very, very important towards that. And I know there's a lot of charlatans out there. But there's also people that are really serious, and they take it seriously.
Yep.
And what do you say to those people that are just out to steal people's money?
Oh man. There's a lot of people out there that's just looking to make a quick dollar, pretty much just stealing people, just giving out false information, just trying to lure people in just by, using their words and stuff like that, and giving them, selling them hopes and dreams and stuff like that as well. Yeah. Honestly, you just got to really know who. I mean, I feel like you have to really sit down with that person before you decide to, work with them, do business with them, like really get to know that person, like really try to build that relationship with that person as well. You can tell if somebody's being genuine or somebody's just trying to get over on you. You know what I mean? So like, that's just kind of like something you have to do on your own, figure it out on your own. Like you have to just, pretty much.
Yeah. I even see commercials from time to time where they'll say, oh, you don't have to go to the gym. Just take this pill.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's, man. Well, I mean, if you believe that, if you want to go for it, hey, it's kind of. I've never seen it happen. I'm not a witness of people who just took a pill and they got the results they've always wanted. In my opinion, it takes a long time. It takes time, man. I can't honestly tell people even right now to listen to this podcast that it's gonna help. It's gonna happen overnight. It's not. It takes time for sure.
Oh, it definitely takes dedication.
Yeah, dedication, consistency for sure.
I even saw a commercial where you can just strap this belt around your stomach and it does all the work for you.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You just walk around with it, you do physical activities, and it just slims you down. I mean, hey.
Yeah, there's so much of that stuff out there, and a lot. What's really crazy is that this industry, like that I'm talking about, the ones that sell you that you can do this overnight stuff.
Right.
Get that body you want in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
they've built their hopes and dreams and they've spent the money on it.
Right.
What do you say to them? What do you say to those kind of people?
What would I say to those kinds of people? Like, you have, I mean, well, you have to like envision, like if you honestly think that when you pay your money for these types of things, like you really have to really believe and hope that this is actually really going to help you, right? Like you, because I'm gonna be honest with you, like if um some things like money you just can't buy. It's mainly like it really comes down to you. Like it comes down to you as the person, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to really want it. You have to be able to really put the work in and stay disciplined with it, be consistent with it, because without that, you can spend money for whatever, but it's not going to do anything for you if you're not going to, use it and to the best of your ability. You know what I mean? Like you have to really want it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Well, usually if it sounds too good to be true, it
Probably not,
is.
right? Exactly.
They did have different equipment and stuff when I was growing up. One of them I
Yeah.
think was called the bull whacker or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But it it actually, you had to use force to make
Right.
this thing go in and out, or it had something that looked almost like a bow and arrow kind of thing where you had to stretch, but you were actually using muscles on that thing. And
Right,
it,
right, 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 right.
if you used it constantly, I can see that working. But for to say you can sit back in your chair and still enjoy television and eating a bowl full of chips and
Yeah.
this pill and this thing's going to work for you, I just don't see it happening.
This is what I would say to people out there listening to right now, right? If you're out there and you've looked at one of these infomercials and you've seen that special pill, or you've seen, the weight trainer, the things that can help you, get to your goal and everything. If you haven't seen somebody else do it and used it and it hasn't helped them, I honestly wouldn't invest into it, because your money is your investment. Like that's an initial investment into something that you have to see that is actually giving people results. It's actually help people. And if it's not, if you haven't seen that, how can you honestly truly trust that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not going to invest my money into something unless I've seen, it gave somebody else good results, or it's getting that person good results, or something that's proven to work,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Well, speaking of money, and I'm sure if someone's interested out there, they're going to say, "Well, what's your pricing like? Can you
Okay.
tell us that?"
Yeah, so my pricing for right now, I do charge, I would say like I typically don't do it by the hour. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of do like 25 a session. Yeah, like 25 a session.
Oh,
Also even like if there's people out there that may not want to do specific one-on-one training, I also been able to give out workout programs as well. I sell workout programs as well to people out there that wants to lose weight, build muscle and strength, any fitness goal you guys may have as well. So that's kind of what I provide as well. But typically $25 a session, depending, like, like an hour and a half, still 25 for the people.
yeah. I think I'd prefer the program myself. I
Yeah.
went I went to a gym this before I got sick,
Hmm.
and I, I was there and I did my workout and I just finished, and the person that was supposed to be training me, I guess, was late, and
Hmm.
just as I was getting ready to leave, they came up to me and said, "All right, let's start your session." I'm like, "Look, I just worked out." And
Right.
they go, "Oh, well, I need to show you this." And I said, I've already been shown that stuff before because I was
Right.
a member earlier and I just quit for a little while and then came back. And they go, "Oh, but I'm supposed to show you." And I'm going, "Well, you don't understand. I just worked out. I'm
Yeah.
exhausted." And they insisted upon making me do this workout. And then in the middle of it, my sugar dropped. And so I got all shaky and I'm like, I gotta stop.
Yeah, right, 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 right. Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
I appreciate you coming on. What can you give out that website again?
Absolutely. I just want to say, man, thank you, Kyle, for having me on your podcast, man. I really appreciate it.
My
Definitely have a
pleasure.
really talking to you and everything. But let me give you guys the website right now. So all lowercase. So it's JD2TOO fit FIT dot ISSA-certified-trainer.com.
Okay. And I will put the link up though in the description. So
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
they can click on it and go for it. Do you have any kind of maybe a free training lesson or something that you do for people?
Yeah, I'm even willing to. Yeah, for sure. Like if you haven't trained me before, we can do a free training session, hour, 30 minutes, an hour, and then we can try to go, after that we try to go, talk some more, see what we can do, what works best, and see if we can try to move forward into actually officially, working with me. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm going to tell everybody out there, if you mention the podcast, I'll pay for the free session.
Yeah. Also, like guys out there, y'all can also check out my podcast as well, like Fitness Keys, FITNESSKEYS. We have new episodes coming out every week. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, all the major platforms. And just thank you guys for the support and everything. Appreciate you having me on the podcast, man.
Oh, of course. And if you can send me all those links to your podcast as well,
cool.
I'm gonna put those in the description too, so they can go to it.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Anytime. Well, Jordan, your time is precious, and I appreciate you spending that time with us.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate you, man.
And for all of you out there, if you happen by this channel, thank you for stopping by. I hope you'll come back, and please hit that subscribe button. If you're a regular, thank you for that support. It's because of you that I get to do this. So until the next one, everyone, please take care. Be kind to one another. Hey, get in shape as well.
Get in shape. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys take care. Keep going after your goals. I appreciate every single last one of y'all tuning in. Thank you.
And God bless and peace.
God bless you. See you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Listen to the Vibes. You can catch us on Buzzsprout or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, and on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook at The Vibes Broadcast Network